Let me ask you a question. Do you constantly find yourself up against time? Do you think that there's not enough? Are you afraid that you're wasting time? If time is your enemy, then it's time to change your relationship with time because every moment you are alive is a gift. Time is a currency, and we are so lucky to be able to choose how we spend ours. Yet instead of blessing it, we curse time. We're insatiable, never feeling we have enough, damning the clock. As an artist, I found that when my best ideas come, time stops. You know what I'm talking about. It's that magical feeling. It's what we strive for. That's why I believe that it's part of your job as an artist to construct the space necessary to do your best work, to spend time with your ideas. Ideas are an artist's currency. The same way that bankers deal in money, that's how creative people deal in ideas. We crave them and we hoard them, and when we feel stressed out, our connection with them shuts down. The work becomes, well, work, and nobody likes that. So taking the time to manage your stress is part of your creative practice. You've got to put tools in place to overcome overwhelm. Someone once advised that when life is going too fast, put in speed bumps, slow it down. The best place to start is at your workspace, your studio, your desk, your computer. Your workspace is a reflection of your brain. And if that just freaked you out, then it's time to give everything a good cleaning. Go through those piles on your desk and those files on your desktop. Clean your studio. You've got to organize in order to prioritize. And prioritizing is key in time management. I used to run a large studio and art gallery, and I was really busy. I mean, like really busy. When people asked me how I was, busy was my reply, because I was. But I started to get tired of hearing myself say it. Every time I said busy, my teeth would set on edge. I loved what I was doing, just not how I was doing it. So for my New Year's resolution, I took the word busy out of my vocabulary. I was not allowed to say that word for the whole year. By doing this, I was forced to connect in a more authentic and truthful way. I had been using that word to keep people at arm's length, but in simply not using that word any longer as a descriptor of my life, I became less stressed out, less, that word. Stop using the word busy to describe yourself. We're all busy. It's not interesting. Use your other words. Make them more meaningful. When I ran the art studio and gallery, I made all of the sales, managed the personnel, paid the bills, and answered the correspondence. I oversaw the production details, maintained client relations, wrote all of the marketing and PR, and traveled 1 week out of each month. Time kept speeding up, and there was less and less of it. Every day was a race. I worked into the night. I worked weekends until finally I imploded. I quit and I sold all of my possessions so that nothing could define me. And I moved far away from anyone who knew me. I wanted to be alone with my creativity to see where it wanted to go. I moved by myself to the middle of nowhere in France. And I don't even speak French. But once there, with nothing to do and no one to see, would you believe that I still pulled out a piece of paper each day and wrote "to do" across the top? Old habits die hard. At first, my list was laughable. Tasks like nap were listed under lunch. But the beauty of the list now was that I was in charge of it. I decided what went on. My list was no longer my master, and it was through the strategic creation of my to-do list each day that I've created a new life for myself. By finding that place where I could once again control my own time, I was able to get very clear about how I wanted to move forward. You see, it's not the goals that we seek, but the experience of attaining these goals that we're really after. The experience of realizing our goals is what shapes us into the people we want to become. So managing time is really about owning who you are. When a friend suggested that I teach other artists what I know about the art business, something inside of me clicked. And this was how the Working Artist Masterclass was born. As soon as I began sharing my message, my life changed. I was invited all around the world to teach my workshop. I loved seeing the difference it made, and I began to realize that I am the working artist, and that teaching other artists is part of my own creative practice. Do you remember when I said that ideas are an artist's currency, like money is to bankers? Well, in conversations with artists, I began to see that in the same way that people can be blinded by money, artists can be blinded by their own ideas. As artists, we sometimes have so many ideas that we become their victims. Ideas live in our heads and they whisper tantalizing new thoughts, singing siren songs that take us away from the tasks at hand. We feel we need to honor each idea as precious and brilliant, but in doing so, we become master of none. The best way to solve the problem of too many ideas is to capture them. Carry a notebook with you wherever you go. Keep another next to your bed. Have a master list on your computer that you can update and consult. By capturing your ideas, you gain control over them. Prioritize them. You even start to leverage them, one idea supporting another idea. You'll feel less stressed out, less guilty, and free to utilize the ideas that are relevant right now. Repeat after me. I am the boss of my own ideas. I am the boss of my own ideas. After traveling for a couple of years delivering my workshops, I had an idea. I wanted to bring the program online so that any artist anywhere could have access to the working artist, and as soon as the idea struck me, it wouldn't let go. Now this was a very big idea, and very big ideas can be very scary. They can feel overwhelming and unattainable. Self-defeating thoughts love very big ideas because it gives them a chance to sing their song of failure. Ignore them. You are the boss of your ideas. The best way to deal with a big idea that won't let go is to make it a goal. Then list out every single step, no matter how small, no matter how scary, everything necessary to achieve that goal. Start by identifying all of the steps and put them in an order, then begin at the top. All you have to focus on is what is right in front of you. If something comes up that you hate to do, but you know you have to, here's my trick. I set the timer on my phone, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever. I do what I can during that time and come back and do the same thing the next day until it gets done. It's when we feel busy or stressed that the ego goes into overdrive, isn't it? You don't have the time to connect with other people. It's all about you, your timetable, your needs, you. But time is like anything else. The more you give, the more you get. So give people your time, generously, share your attention, and recognize that most often it's through other people from real connections, not from your to-do list, that the universe will support you. Real magic comes from real life. I've noticed that when people work this way, doors open, because timing is always more perfect when you allow the universe to work for you instead of dictating your own timeline. Just keep working. Start small, and you'll do great things. Start now. This is a call to arms. The world is changing. Don't you feel it? I do. Are you just going to sit by and watch, or are you going to take the jump?